Hello, family, friends, and scary fans. How are you all doing tonight? It is me. No, I'm not DDP. It's me, Joe Monroe. And today we are back with another episode of the Eldridge Monroe Show with my co host. Uh, we have special music for him. I don't know if I should play it for him or not. He said he would kill me. So let's go ahead and let's bring him on here. Ladies and gentlemen, none other than my co host, the man himself, the man who claims this was his whole idea. Man, he sounds like Terry England. Alex Eldridge.
Well, this was my idea, but yet here we are. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice to see me, isn't it?
It is very nice. It'd be nice if you turn your phone that way. We can see that big old giant head more. There we
Is that
go.
better? Is that
That's a
better?
lot better. Good job, sweetheart. I'm proud of you, man. You. That's all I'm going to say is you. Looks no, I better not. Looks like we got fans already in here. Hello, Brittany. How are you doing today? Good to see everyone. Good to see everybody's doing good on this lovely Monday evening. It's very good. I'm having a good day because we actually got some confirmation here. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and update people on Scarefest. AJ, do you want to go ahead and plug that real quick for us?
Yes. So, Scarefest is October 18th through the 20th, and we had a great conversation with the director today. Um, and she was nothing but amazing. So we have gotten confirmation that right now um, we will be at Scarefest. And also, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget VIPs are sold out. We still have single day tickets left. And also, get your weekend passes because those are going out quick. But like I said, we had a wonderful conversation about what? About a 45-minute conversation with her today?
It was about 30. We haven't gotten complete confirmation yet,
Yeah.
but everything does look good. So this will be
Yeah,
our
and
first
I mean
time.
she watched our first show, which I thank her very much for that. Um, it feels great to be in a great community like this. Um, and we had a great conversation today. Probably one of the nicest people I think I've ever talked to.
Yes.
Um, and shout out to them. They're a great team,
Oh yeah.
amazing
I
team.
mean, I've personally spoken with cons in the past, and I've not had some not so great
Well, see, I
experiences.
have two, and this is probably the best one I've ever spoke to. Like, and she was
Y-
so great,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
responsive, just absolutely incredible. So
So everything
I'm
looks
telling you all
great.
right now, go to Scarefest, show
Yes.
some
So
love to Scarefest.
yes, and I talked to her. Me and him both did. Everything looks pretty promising. So hopefully we will be there. Everything's going to be great that weekend. We're going to get some interviews, catch some cosplayers because you guys know I'm a sucker for cosplayers. As far as interviewing
Yeah,
celebrities,
he don't know this yet. We're going as the Pink Ranger and the Red Ranger, and he's going as Pink.
I mean that's okay. I love the Pink Ranger, but yeah, we don't know about celebrities if we can interview them yet. That's something that we're working on right now.
Yes.
So we
So
might. There's no promises or guarantees, but
no,
I'll
no,
tell you.
no.
But
So,
if you
but
are
here's the
watching,
thing, though. Hold on, let me get this out. So, if there's someone that you're intrigued by that you want to hear from that is on the Scare Fest list, let us know and we'll try to get to work.
we will try to. No promises, no guarantees, but we will try. But I am going to shout out if you are going to be a vendor or a cosplayer at this event, hit us up. We'll be more than happy to shout out what your works. I love
Absolutely.
people. I know there's a lot of vendors out there who do their own crafts and
And
everything and
don't
props.
forget, cosplay for a cause.
Yes, cosplay for a cause. We're definitely going to try to hit them up. People are already saying Matthew Lillard. You guys have read my mind already. So
Oh, trust me, we have talked about that, and we also brought that up with her. So we'll
fingers
leave it at
crossed.
that.
In other words, folks, Scarefest is going into the right direction. We can't wait
Yes.
for it. We're all excited for it. So let's go ahead again. Let me bring that up. Scarefest weekend 16, October 18th through the 20th, and at the Central Bank Center in Lexington, Kentucky. As you see, there's
Get
still
your
Friday
tickets.
passes. Saturday passes are limited now. Sunday passes are still available. Weekend passes are limited, but everything else is sold out, y'all. So
Like,
get your
for
tickets
real, guys,
ASAP,
get your
like
tickets.
now.
This is something you do not want to miss. Everyone talks about LexCon being great. I've been to LexCon.
Scarefest is
I
great.
like it. I like it. And this will be my first time going to Scarefest, and I'm
Is
so
this your first
excited.
time?
Yes, yes.
Really?
I haven't. Yeah, I
I didn't
haven't been
know that.
able to.
I
Yeah,
did
I
not
haven't
know
been
that.
able to. I've been
So,
wanting to go to Scarefest for the longest time,
all
and
right.
I mean, I'm going no matter what. So,
Yeah, so am I.
um,
So it's gonna be
I mean,
great.
we'll go no matter what. It don't matter.
Yeah. So, but everything looks promising. So we'll be there, folks. Don't worry about it. So with that
Yeah.
being said, let's go ahead and let's get on to Scream Two. Now, Scream Two is one of my personal favorite one out of the franchise. Go ahead, yeah, go ahead, give me that look. At least I'm not saying Scream Four. So give me
Which
some slack
one?
there. Scream Four. Some people are saying Scream Four, and they're actually watching right now. But
Oh, you're gonna make somebody mad.
yeah, yeah, I know I am. But we're going to talk about Scream 2 first, then we'll move on to Scream 3. Thanks to my internet. It's my fault, not Alex's. It's mine. It's
Yeah, I
mine.
was gonna say I'm in good internet today.
Yeah. So with that being said, let's go ahead. Let me read some comments here. What are we looking at here? Scream 1996 is always the best. Aaron is saying Joe has the worst taste. Uh, oh boy, here we go.
You're not wrong.
Scream 3 sucks. Yep, and that's your opinion there, Lee.
Yes, yes. Thank
But
you.
we're not talking about 3 yet. We're talking about 2. With that being said, let's ask the first question. Who did you think was Ghostface this whole time? I think Scream 2 had some pretty good, you know, who is it? I
Can,
think I had some pretty
can
good
I
choices.
can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
So I thought it was Randy
That would be a great motive, which we'll get
because
into
like
that
he was
next.
extra crazy in
God.
Scream 2.
And he looked crazy too.
Yeah. So I thought it was Randy.
Scream 3 at least fits the Aaron Bird says Scream 3 at least fits the franchise, but the second one is about as fun as diarrhea. It goes, what the heck, Aaron? All these comments, y'all. Y'all crack
And
me up already.
and my camera stand has fallen.
Oh man. Let's see. Mickey was great, but I'm sorry, I don't buy Billy's mother coming to avenge her son. There you go, honey. I did it just for you. That's my favorite line in that movie.
Hey, you
Billy's
know
mother.
what? You know what though? That was the plot twist I think everyone wanted at that time. Now I'm not saying they wanted Billy's
Kill
mother,
Eldridge.
but that was a great plot twist.
That was. Alex is having some technical difficulties as usual. Well, he's just difficult in general. Uh,
My camera fell. Okay, calm down.
okay. Wasn't Billy's mother Roseanne's sister? That is correct. She is also
Yes,
Shelton's mother. So
yes.
Billy Loomis and Sheldon have the same mom. Let that
Let me
sink in
tell
for
you
a moment,
something. Let me tell you
brother.
something. For her be known as a comedian and to come in and do that type of serious role shows how great Laurie Metcalf is.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hands and her daughter's
Um,
same way. Same great
oh,
actress.
absolutely. Her daughter's amazing too.
So
It's
let's move.
just, I mean, it just showed.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next question here. We'll talk about characters here. Who was the best side character in Scream 2? Because this freaking movie, to me, this is one reason I love this movie out of all of them. I think it has some of the best side characters and the best side character development. That's just my 2 cents. What do you think, Alex?
Well, I mean, it was, I mean, these side characters had more of a story
Right.
than I think they did in one. Um, because you had Tatum didn't really have a story. Randy kind of, but not really. But all these people in Scream 2, they had a background.
Right.
And I loved how Wes Craven and the production team made that happen.
Absolutely. Like that. And again, this is why Scream 2 is my favorite. I think her roommate was great. Hang on, Aaron Bird's comment. So, if it's all the same universe, does that make Billy Loomis and Darlene Cousins? Scream 7 needs an Uncle. Good Lord,
Oh
Aaron.
my. Oh.
All right. All right. Aaron's in the chat. First, he
Oh.
rips up a Nunzio poster this past Friday on the history of pro wrestling, which is another show we have. Now he's doing this crap. Well, Aaron's just being the bad guy, I guess. So, enough from Aaron today. I'm kidding, unless you're serious. But yeah, the best side character development. Sydney's roommate, Libby brought that up. Pretty good example of a side character. Um, yeah, Randy. Well, I wouldn't really put Randy as a side character in
No,
this
not
one.
in this one. Not in
No,
this one. He was
uh,
more of a important role.
absolutely. I think.
Then he was sliced and diced.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Would you say Sarah Michelle Gellar was one?
So I kind of want to get into that. Um, I
Okay.
love how Scream brought in the head of the '90s
Hmm.
entourage, if you will, like with Sarah Michelle Gellar from Buffy, which was huge at that time, was
Oh
a
yeah.
huge juggernaut. Then you have Joshua Jackson, who was in about to be in Dawson's Creek and was in Mighty Ducks.
And was very, 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 very at a very, 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 very small role in this. Um,
Yes, very small, but it just shows how much they relied on the younger talent to come in and just be around for a little bit.
yeah. Omega Beta Zeta.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Which someone let's see. The best part of Scream 2 was the narcissist Will Smith's wife getting axed off in the. Okay, I'm going to plead the fifth on that one there, Kyle. Let's see.
Yeah. Oh,
Let's
that
see.
was
Which
great.
is also what they say. Which Omega Beta Zeta is actually what they say in Xenon, a Girl of the 21st Century.
Yeah.
I actually
So
I looked that up.
yeah.
That
So
that's just weird.
that whole thing. By the way, let's talk about her overacting in that scene.
Which one?
Jada overacting when she gets stabbed and she's up on the stage going.
God, that
"Ah!"
was terrible. That was terrible.
I was like, oh, is this over yet?
That's what he said. Anyways, another character I love. I actually like Jerry O'Connell's character in this too. He is probably out of, I guess you could say, out of the three Sid boyfriends. Jerry O'Connell's the best one. There, I said it. I'm sorry for all you Billy Loomis fans or the Dr. McDreamy that we're going to talk about here in just a moment from Scream 3. That ends up being her
Oh,
husband.
jeez.
Jerry
Oh, jeez.
O'Connell was the best one. I will die on that hill. Sue me. What do you
You know
think?
what? I did like Jerry O'Connell though. I
Yes.
liked him in Scream 2. I
I
think
think I think his acting
either
was a
they could
little
have.
underrated, underappreciated in this
Yeah,
film.
well, I think that he could have been in 3 as well, but it is what it is. We
We'll
we
get
all
to
know
3.
how 3 was.
Well, let's move
Oh
on
God.
to the next question. What was the best cameo appearance in this movie? I gotta go Joshua Jackson as being one
I
of the
gotta
classmates.
Well, I gotta go with that, and I gotta go with Sarah Michelle Gellar because she did her Buffy stuff
Well,
too, which was pretty great.
she didn't really make. I would say she's an actual character, not really like more of a side character than a
Uh,
cameo. I think
well, well, could you though? Because we didn't
I could
really get a
argue that.
story on her.
Okay, fair, 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 fair. Okay, Christina is saying, so in my opinion, the more you go along with the better technology gets, and therefore the better the movies can get. And the more time that passes, the more our minds can get demented and twisted, and the better plots we can come up with for the movies. Just about every scary movie gets better as they go on over the years. That is true to a point until we get to Scream 4. That's just my opinion.
Until we get to
The
Scream
singing
3.
scene was 4. We'll make this argument later. The singing scene was physically painful. You could leave Jerry O'Connell alone, lady. No, it was not. If you're wondering, Libby's right here. She's my wife. She likes to pick on poor Jerry. All right, so let's move on to the next question here. Was the motives that strong? Was Mickey and Billy's mother that strong? What do you think?
Just wait for the trial. It's gonna rock.
Poor,
Here's the
poor.
thing. Uh, Look, Mickey's motives were okay, especially for that time, because it wouldn't be if it was Scream 4, it would be about social media. But
Right,
at the time, being on a high profile court case was how you got famous in the '90s on television.
right.
So, um, I mean, it was strong. It was a strong motive to a point,
Hmm.
but it is what it is.
Yeah. Libby Steven is saying, no, Mickey was just revamping Billy and Stu, but I don't buy his mom coming back.
Libby, I know you hear me. We'll agree to disagree.
Well, you got to think. Hang on. She brought up a pretty good point because tried arguing with her, and there's no arguing with this lady. So please, yeah. And I think Alex just dropped off here, folks. Let's see if we can get him back in here. But while we're waiting on him to get back in, what I'm saying, what I think she's trying to say, here we go. She left him with a dad that is hinted as being, at the very least, being neglectful, but decides to be mom of the year when he's dead. So that's a very good point. Why? I mean, come on. If you let's say if your significant other's cheating on you, would you really leave them and not take your kid? I mean, come on. In the words of Randy Orton, stupid, 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 stupid. Okay, let's
Well,
see.
that was weird.
Yep. The influence of social media made Scream for, oh, good night, Irene. Anyways, Billy's mom was mad, but Mickey was great.
Shut up, Kyle. No one cares.
Uh,
We
I'm-
talked about this for an hour today. Nobody cares. Shut up.
okay, moving on. Was this the best character development? Yes, I think so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Sid was this is probably the best of Sydney's character development that we see, especially with this movie coming out literally a year after the first film. It was the first film was still fresh in a way, and the second one was it's like bam, bam. Even though it did suck when Randy died. Yeah.
I think it needed to happen, though.
What?
Yeah, I think it needed to happen. I will rule you. Now, listen, hear me out on that, though.
Okay.
I mean, the dude's talking smack the whole time, and he broke one of his rules.
Indeed, he turned. Yeah, he did break his rules.
He he did the deed, and that's what happens. He broke the
Yeah,
rules. He died.
that's true. But yeah, going on with the other characters, wonderful character development in this second film. I mean, this even this. I think taking it out of Woodsboro, right away instead of staying in there was a great move. I think
Mm-hmm.
because this feels to me. Here's what the Scream franchise screams to me. I see what I did there. Uh, this could actually happen in real life. There could be some psycho stalker or someone who's finally had their breaking point, and they could stalk you, especially now on social media,
Yeah.
and you know, basically kill you. And if they have a cohort or uh, an assistant, if you will, uh, they will help them as well. And that's what makes these to me more terrifying than like a Freddy Krueger or anything. Let's see here. Let's see. I wish Randy would have lived, but the trio of Sydney, Randy, and Dewey would have been stale if lasted longer than two movies. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Take it easy, true crime girl. Good Lord. I know what happened. I know what happened. So take it easy. Randy would have been a good Ghostface, I think. That's a great point. I think Randy would have eventually been a great Ghostface. Uh, but let's see. Last question for Scream 2. Was this the best version of Ghostface? I'm going to say no.
I'm gonna say no. I
No, it
think it.
wasn't.
I think it was decent, but it wasn't the best.
Yeah, it did. It wasn't no home run. Maybe a double play. Let's see. Uh,
Don't you mean a double, not a
no,
double play? Because double
no, it's
play would be
no, it's double
out
play
one and
because
out two.
no, it's double play because this is my least favorite Ghostface killers. Let's see. I agree. How many times do you not get the girl before you snap? Oh, hey, that's a good. That's pretty good there. Wasn't the worst. Was not the best, but maybe can top the original duo. I don't know.
Oh, oh,
There's maybe one that could top the original. I don't know about
oh,
that. That's
live.
because Jill
Oh,
is not the best version. Jill, that's what made that movie suck. We're not on Scream 4 this
who
week,
said that?
Kyle.
Oh my
Good night, Irene.
Kyle, shut up.
Good night, Irene. All right. Scream 2, it's basically, I think they went for like that college slumber thing that was going on. I mean, we've seen that in if with what which did last summer, films like that. It went to the college element. It was going with the times, and that's why I personally think, to me, this is my favorite Scream. It showed a lot of development. I think it barely tops the first one for me. Um, but that's just my personal opinion, Alex.
Uh, I really like Scream 2. I love Scream 2 actually.
No offense,
Um,
still sucks.
um, I really loved Scream 2. I thought it was another one that was ahead of its time,
Oh yeah.
especially before social media,
Mhm.
which I will get into how Scream 2 and 4 were kind of the same when we cover Scream 4 next week.
Yep.
But if social media was around at that point, that's what Mickey would have went for.
Yeah, and we're
So
forget we're forgetting a character too. We're forgetting Cotton,
this is true. Good old
but
Cotton Weary.
who cares?
Yeah. He got sliced and diced.
Yeah. So
Um,
speaking of him getting sliced and diced,
we forgot though. There was another cameo we forgot to bring up.
who?
A guy that everyone thinks is dead.
Oh my God. Yeah, that is true. Matthew Lillard during the party college scene actually makes a very, very, very blink if you miss it cameo. He as a background character during the party
Yep.
scene.
And before we forget, we forgot to bring this up last week. And it was brought up on the YouTube page by a person that commented. Um, him and Nev Campbell actually dated for 3 years.
Yep. Can
Before
we
we
talk about
forgot
Cotton?
that.
Like, bro, chill out. Yeah, Cotton's very
Ugh.
he's not very cottony. We'll just say that.
No, that I don't know. They made him too serious. For that type, I
Mm.
really don't understand. I guess they were trying to make him look like to be a possible ghost face, especially with everything that happened with Sid's mom
I think
and
that
all of that. But
that character tried too hard,
yes,
way too hard.
absolutely.
And we didn't get much of Gail and Dewey in this one, thank God. Uh, but let's
Why do
move
you
on.
hate so much?
Let's move on to Scream 3. Nothing speaks 2000s like getting sliced and diced to Creed. Yes, I was going to move on before we even get into the movie. What if that song that Creed did? God, that's probably one of the best Creed songs. There, I said it.
No. It is. But Scream 3. Good God.
They made it up for it in Scream 3, and yeah, we're going to talk about Scream 3 right now. So,
Do we
Scream
have
3,
to?
yes, shut up. Scream 3 takes place in Hollywood. Now, I understand that Scream 3 was supposed to be a lot better than
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
was.
So the original script had Matthew Lillard playing Stu, and Stu was going to come back. Stu survived the TV, got a cult together at the high school, and was going to have guns, all of that. But then Columbine happened, so they had to nix that And that's what we got instead of the original Scream 3. The original
Right.
Scream 3 probably would have been amazing. But Columbine happened. They couldn't do it. So they scraped it. And they had very limited time to come
Hmm.
up with something. So they just threw this one out there and said, let's hope it sticks.
And you know what? In that case, I don't think it was that bad.
Shut up, Joe.
No, it was not. Because if you stop, here's the whole thing. Before we even get into the questions here, I am going to say this. I think Roman is an underrated Ghostface.
Oh, oh my God.
I'll say it. People can boo me. I will be the heel in this duo here. I think Roman, to be completely honest with you, is a underrated Ghostface. Here is why. Here is why I brought up that there's no freaking way that Billy and Stu could have thought this on their own. And you know, I hate taking power away from Stu because I think he's a lot more smarter than what he lets on to be. But I think what with how Roman explains his motives, kind of, I think it helped it out a little bit because the mode, everything I think made sense in a way. I know it was rushed. It could have been done a lot better. I'm not saying that. I'm saying with the synthesis of what they were going with, it made sense. And with Roman just being, and mind you, he's the only one that's only been a single Ghostface killer. He is the only one because why? He controlled the chessboard. He controlled the chessboard through this whole film. That is why he is a director. He directs. That's what happened. That is what has happened with this whole thing. Did he probably expect Billy's mother and Mickey? No. But with Billy and Stu, he's the one that kicked that off. So to me, I'm going to die on this hill. I think Roman Bridger is an underrated Ghostface. Go.
And ladies and gentlemen, you cannot get that 3 minutes back of your life. Now we.
Jill is not the 100 times the Ghostface than Roman will ever be. I'm sorry. Jill was just too freaking whiny.
And Roman wasn't?
Not as whiny as Jill.
Really? Oh, I went to her house and she slammed the door in my face because she had you.
You know
For
what?
real?
Oh, okay, take this into consideration from a psychological aspect, and we'll get into that in a moment too with one of the questions. If you just
Was
learned,
Roman insane? No crap.
no, yeah, hang on, put yourself in Roman's shoes for a while. You got to probably think he probably grew up saying, "Oh well, your mom's dead," and you found out your mom's alive. You're happy. You're one. Hey, maybe this certain aspect of my life can finally come true. Then that bullcrap happens. No wonder I would have freaking snapped as well. I will defend Roman Bridger. I don't care what anyone says, hates on him. I will defend this guy as probably being not probably, he is an underrated Ghostface. A heck of a lot better than Jill, but
Oh,
that's just my
Lord.
personal opinion.
Oh, my goodness.
People were saying BS, but I know we're talking about, we ain't
Yeah,
talking about
because
something.
Roman was terrible. I understand that you have to throw something at the wall and make it stick because
Right.
you're under time constraints. I totally understand that. I totally get that. But why not still keep the Stu Mocker character and just do something else with it? Have him and Roman together, or vice versa. Just I mean, it doesn't make sense.
I
You're
think they
throwing
want.
something against the wall, saying, "Oh, Sydney now had a brother."
Well,
That's like saying Michael Myers had sisters.
I mean, we'll get into Halloween at another point in
And then
time,
and then
but
40 years later, oh, they weren't really brother and sister.
well, hang on, time out now, time out. I forgot where I was going with this, but no, I'm getting distracted by like every little thing here. My ADHD's kicking in, but no, Roman. You know what? Hang on, hang on. Let's get into this. This was not the first question I was going to ask, but you know what? The heck with it. Let's ask this first. Was the Roman story arc a bad idea? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Everything about Scream 3 was bad. And look,
Really?
listen, I love Scream, okay? But Scream 3, it killed me inside,
Did you
okay?
not? Never mind. We'll get into that next week. Uh, this is where we differentiate here, folks. I like Scream 3. He
And
does not.
here's the thing, and we're best friends.
That's the sad part.
And it shows that, hey, we may not like the other's opinion, but it don't matter because we're both Scream fans. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. People can have different opinions and stuff, but all I'm
Yeah,
saying is,
Kyle, you hear that? People can have different opinions.
hey, leave Kyle. Let's leave Kyle alone. Speaking of Kyle, Roman was so bad that he killed the franchise until his savior. Oh my God, no, we're not. We're not. He did. He did not kill it like Batman and Robin. No, God, I don't think anything's that bad.
You
But
mean Batman and Superman after it was brought to life, and
oh
then
my
they
God.
killed it again?
You know what? Hang on. Let's move on to the next question here. Was the mother scenes too much? What was Sydney?
Dude.
Dreaming about her mom, dreaming and having that hallucination
Okay,
with her mom on the set. Was that
I
too
will tell
much?
you this right now. That jump scare still gets me to this day. I know it's coming, but when she's at the window,
Yeah.
that creeps me out.
Yes. Yes, I agree. That 100% creeps me out too. But was it too much?
I don't think so. I think you had to have it, especially with the new storyline they were going with, and they were circling around to the mom again, that you had to have that.
That
And
scene
that's
gave me
another reason I
nightmares
don't
for
like
years.
Scream 3 because Scream 3 literally went back to Scream 1. It was
I
about her mom again.
Well, that is true. I think with Scream 1 was good, and Scream 2 made its own personal pit stop, which is great. Then we went right back to Maureen Prescott. Uh, I guarantee the seventh one will probably be back to her too.
Oh, Lord, I hope not.
I'm joking. I'm joking. But let's move on to a more lighter question.
Yeah, Scream
Favorite,
7 when Kirby's a ghost face.
no, favorite cameo, because there was a lot of them. You know what I'm going to pick.
Connie Chung!
Yep, Jay and Silent Bob. Why? And everybody was my wife. She was like, "Why? Why them?" Well, Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. Shannon Daughtry was playing, and Wes Craven himself was in this cameo too. Was in the next Scream movie, and yeah, if you've seen Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, you understand the monkey being ghost faced, and yeah. So Wes Craven, he was like, "Hey, I cameoed for you. You cameo for me."
Man, it was so good. They're like, Connie Chung, how's Mari?
I think the cameos are what made it apart. You know what? I don't think that was the cameos. We'll get into what I think it is here in just a moment.
I
Who
think
was
it's
your
a
favorite?
whole daggone movie.
Shut up. Who was your favorite cameo?
Jay and Silent Bob.
Okay, Jay and Silent Bob. Okay, we're all in agreement there. Let's see. So was the movie the bad? Was the movie the
Yes,
bad?
yes, absolutely.
Words are hard today. It wasn't that bad. Not as bad as Scream 4.
You're fired.
You're running on my show, pal.
Who gave you the idea for this show, pal?
All right. But no, I don't think it was that bad of an idea. I don't think it was that bad of a movie. I will personally watch this one over and over again than I would Scream 4. There, I said it.
You're making some people mad.
I really do not care.
I can hear the Scream 4 people stomping in their houses while they're listening to this live. I can't believe they're hating on Scream 4.
Well, we'll hate on it some more next week. Next question. The movie seemed like it was about Gail and Dewey this time more than it was about Sydney. To me,
Yes.
yes. Yes,
Yes, it shouldn't have been.
and you know what? I have to agree here. I hated that.
They didn't even
Why?
focus really on Sydney at all. It all
No.
surrounded Marine Prescott and Dewey and Gale.
Yeah, it was. God,
It made you
why?
wonder, is Sid gonna die in this one? Because
Yeah,
she's not. It's like Scream 6. She wasn't really in it. And Scream 3, she wasn't either.
yeah. But to be honest
But
with you,
Scream
which
6 is totally different because it's a different story, but still.
right, it's a lot better than 4. But here we go. Scream. The last question for Scream 3 is what I have. This is something that I think was this more a psychological thriller rather than a straight up slasher? Yes.
Yes,
This is
it
why
was
I think
psychological.
Roman is an underrated Ghostface because he did play more into the psychological warfare than others. I think until possibly the fifth one. This is why I think because he knew how to play the fiddle in a way. He had the
Yeah.
voice changer to use the different voices. I think that right there was a nice touch. He was able to. He had control of the chessboard until the last move. Literally, I guarantee you. If and why don't people go for the head in these movies? Well, it wasn't in the script. That's why. But seriously, come on
Yeah.
now. Uh, if he was smart enough, if he was to kill off Sydney, and they were going to say it's only a trilogy, I think Roman would have gotten away with it.
Or
I could see a lot of
Dewey would
people,
have killed him.
or Dewey would have killed him. It could have been a double kill. What's Roman going to do next? He already succeeded in his plan if he ended up killing Sydney. So, but no, the psychological play he was able to do in this film, and again, him seeming like he died, genius move. It was a very genius move.
Well, here's the thing. I think she already knew that he wasn't because she knew he was wearing the vest. And then when she started to
No,
walk away, he got up and she shot him.
I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about before Sydney got there.
Oh, no, you're talking about when he was found in the freezer.
When he was a casket, it was a casket.
Yeah, casket, sorry.
I thought it was a freezer too until I rewatched it. I was like, it's a freaking casket this whole time. I thought it was a freezer, but I also thought there was an alien in the casket, but it was a zombie. So
Yeah.
maybe it's a Mandela effect that happened. I don't know, but yeah, that's why I think Roman is a little underappreciated. Uh, just because of the psychological warfare, yeah, the psychological play he was able to do in the film. That's why I think that Roman's underrated as a Ghostface killer. Then plus he's the only single killer, so I know he's not, he doesn't
That
have
we
that.
know of.
But
Now, there's been rumors that there was a second one, but
there
leave
is,
that
and
alone.
it could have been Stu, which if it was, then Stu is the superior Ghostface. Uh, but let's see. No, I'm sorry. Dewey wouldn't have. It took him what 6 movies to remember the head, plus no 5 movies. But
We are not
plus
discussing Dewey right now. That is still a sensitive subject.
he's very sensitive about what happens. Let's see. Dewey was a bumbling idiot who got lucky in these movies. You know what?
Look, Libby! Lib!
Are you,
Lib! Lib! Rude! Rude!
I love how I'm about to buy her own camera. That way she can just side. I can just cut to her whenever she wants to side chat. Uh, well, I mean, by all means, woman. If you no, it's not. I mean, we're still talking here.
Yeah, we're still talking. Come on in. You were a trash Dewey. Come on in.
You're giving this guy a poor coronary than what he's already close to. So come on. All right, but it's going to be a scream. Uh, but uh, but yeah. Oh God, Kyle just he says I apologize. Scream 3 killed the franchise as bad as God's. I wouldn't say it was that bad. Did until our Lord and Savior came in. Kirby and the no.
Oh,
Kirby,
stop
yeah,
it!
Kirby, yes. Kirby, yes. I agree. That's the only good thing about Scream 4. Kirby.
Supporting
That's the only
character. Moving on.
lover. Lover.
We will talk
Love
about her
Kirby.
in next week. We'll
Yes, we
talk about
will.
Scream 4
Yes,
next
we
week.
will. Then we'll talk to her. Talk about her. Not Scream 5, but Scream 6, where she made a miraculous appearance. Sorry, I like Kirby. Um,
I mean,
but
I
yeah, I
don't
think my
I
personal
think Hayden Panettiere is an amazing actress. Okay, first and foremost, but to say she's
best
the
character of
face
the
of the
franchise. We'll
franchise
discuss that on the last episode.
is ridiculous.
Yeah. So I will say this to end on my note here. I because we're going on almost over 40 minutes. I'm sorry if this seems rushed, but oh yeah, the wife wants to ask this question. She brought it up. Who is the most annoying character in this movie? You know who I'm going to pick.
There's quite a few.
I'm going to. There is. Who? What was the actress's name? Who was the new Sydney? Annoying as hell.
Yeah, who
I
was that?
huh? What was her name? Angeline. Yeah, and she was creepy for no reason, and I
Yeah,
think
and
she
then
was
she got killed
100%
off.
pointless. Thank God. That was the best part of Scream 3 right there.
Also, you're totally wrong. The most annoying character in this movie was fucking Jennifer.
Jennifer is not the most annoying one. Leave her alone.
Who was that? Was that the girl
Hell,
that played
Gail, I said
Gail?
what I said. I'm not going to fault Kyle on this one. Gail was super annoying in this. Honestly, to me,
Let's hold on.
Gail
Let's
was.
talk
Hang on, hang
about
on.
her hair choice for this film.
I was just about to comment that.
Liv said she was about to comment. The wardrobe for Gail in this movie was awful. Yes, but here's my opinion on Gail. After 2, I believe Gail should have been killed off. She's pointless. Let's just move on. The dishes are done, man. Let's move on.
Yep.
Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead reference there, you uncultured people. So I might as well just
If
go
you don't
full
know,
on heel.
if you don't know
Everybody,
who "Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead," you just need to get off this network.
Keith
Just saying.
Coogan, man. All right. Well, Alex, that was Scream 2 and 3. It seemed a little bit rushed, and I'm sorry that it was. But I knew how much
Well, I
bashing you
mean,
was going to give my Scream 3.
we had
But
technical
how about me and you? Let's
difficulties.
bash Scream 4.
Yes, we will. Yes,
Yeah.
that will happen next Monday night, ladies and gentlemen, 7 o'clock. And before we leave, once again, Joe, if you don't mind, please put that up for me. The Scarefest once again for us.
Oh, absolutely. Scarefest. Let's go ahead and shout it out. Scarefest weekend 16. You're 16. Wow.
Yes, and October 18th
Go
to
ahead.
the 20th. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, VIPs are sold out. Sunday passes are still available, but very limited. Saturdays are gone. And I mean gone. Gone with the wind. And VIP for the weekend are still available.
Saturdays are. Hang on. Let me
Limited.
correct
Sorry.
you.
Limited.
Saturday
Limited.
passes are limited.
Limited. My apologies. But they're about to be gone. Gone with the wind.
Yeah. It's okay, people. Alex is special. We love him though. We love him.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, but yes, to the cohort, what he says, Scarefest weekend number 16, October 18th through the 20th. Central Bank Center in Lexington, Kentucky. Friday pass is still available. Saturday passes are limited. Sunday pass is still available. Weekend passes are limited. Everything else sold out. So get there. They have announced a lot of people from Scream, even Tatum.
Amazing.
I know you're excited about
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, if you say so. There's only one scene that I remember Rose McGowan for, and I actually have the soundbite from that. and you know what it's going to be.
Foreign objects! Foreign objects!
I shall
That's the only one from Ready to Rumble.
But again, ladies and gentlemen, October 18th to the 20th, you got to be there. This is going to be incredible.
Yes, it is. It 100% is. And again, we will keep you up to date on the media passes to let you know if we're going to be there or not. I know a lot of you have asked if you're going to be there. I actually had one reach out. Hey, I'm doing a cosplay. And I'm like, cool. Then we'll interview you. You can tell us how you do your cosplay. Because to me, if you put your time and hard work and your heart into something that you love, and I know a lot of horror cons like Horror Hound that's in Cincinnati. I've been to that one. And Scarefest, a lot of people put a lot of time into their costumes and their special effects. So yeah, definitely if you are going to be there and you're a cosplayer, we will definitely be more than happy to give you a shout out. I mean, if you want to kill off Alex for me, that would be great.
Hey now.
But you know what, Alex? I'll say this. There is one thing I can say about you. You're just like Hogan.
Biggest icon in wrestling.
I am an icon. Thank you.
Well, whatever. All right, folks. We will be back next Monday for the Eldridge and Monroe Horror Show. And Scream 4, the worst one out of the franchise, in my opinion. But this Friday, I will have to say, let's go ahead. Dave, can you go ahead and let's rebrand this show real quick for the wrestling? Let's go for...
Yeah, Dave, bring it up, Dave. Let's go, Dave.
The No Cell Roundtable. We are going to be talking about Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW. I got a few special guests. Professor Bear is going to be back on. Both guests, Notorious ATB and his co-host from Till 5 Wrestling is going to be on there. And we got a few other special guests coming back on. So be back here Friday. I love to start the day off with horror. We'll end it with wrestling. I will see you then. And don't also forget, folks, that Triple Crown Wrestling and Ultimate Championship Wrestling is going to be back in Monticello, Kentucky. And shout out to them for bringing the great sport of professional wrestling back to the great state of Kentucky. Also, shout out to Phenomenal Fonz ATL. If you're looking for anything retro, whether it be wrestling or horror, because I actually got some horror figures, go check out phenomenalfonzatl.com. Also, Charms Photos, Crystal, the lovely lady that you see at ringside, and who also takes our promo pics. Seriously, I'm very surprised her camera is not broken, taking pictures of this ugly mug so many times. Go give her a big shout out. Go follow her at Charms Photos, as well as our sponsors, Les Murphy Painting. If you're having any trouble with any painting needs, contact Les Murphy at 734-334-3702. Also, big shout out to Crander Q with Red Ape Graphics. If you are a podcaster or a showrunner and you need some graphics made, go check out and holler at Crander Q. He is my boy with Red Ape Graphics. He's the one that makes the graphics for the shows, mostly for the No Cell Roundtable and the history of pro wrestling. So go check all of them out, and don't forget to check out the No Cell Roundtable this Friday. Alex, what do you got going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, I got this going on. We will see you next Monday night here as we go over Scream 4, where Joe will trash it the entire time. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
You are 100% correct. So, folks, until next time, I will say thank you all for showing up, and always, always, always support the horror franchise. Dave, go ahead and take us out, sir.
Go ahead, Dave.
You've been listening to The Joe Monroe Show with Joe Monroe. Don't forget to like and subscribe.